The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide.
And welcome back, everyone, to the NFL Today. Right now, the Patriots and Dolphins are getting set for their matchup. And as we approach kickoff, let's take you first on the field. We send you out live to Miami with our announcers, Kevin Harlan and Rich Gannon. Gentlemen.
We have a 75-degree day in Miami for the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. This Patriot team doesn't look like the one that started the season. But here we are, 12-3, division champs, and with a chance to have home field throughout. The Patriots, Bengals, Broncos, and Chiefs are in. The Jets and Texans control their own destiny. The Steelers need help, and the Colts need a miracle. A New England win today or a Denver loss means home field right through the playoffs with a chance to go to Super Bowl 50. Happy New Year, everyone, along with former NFL MVP Rich Gannon, Kevin Harlan. Welcome to Miami. Well, the New England Patriots have won 7 consecutive AFC East titles, an amazing number. And today, Rich, they wind up the regular year with a date against the Dolphins.
Yeah, and once again, Kevin, we have two teams heading in opposite directions. The Patriots, once again, preparing for another postseason run, while the Dolphins preparing for yet another coaching change, front office change. What a mess here in Miami.
Endless story here for the Dolphins, but this New England team is something else, led by their quarterback, Tom Brady. Rich, put his season in perspective for us.
I think Tom Brady is the model of consistency and production at the quarterback position. He's having another MVP-type season, especially when you consider how he's been able to handle all the injuries around him, especially along the offensive line and at wide receiver, and yet he's still been able to lead the league in passing yards and touchdowns. And I think maybe the most impressive number of all, just the 7 interceptions. I think it's amazing when you consider the changes, especially up front. Just check out the number of different starting combinations that the Patriots have had with their offensive line. They've been forced to play with 5 different left tackles.
But what's so interesting is those numbers add up to the number 4 offense in the entire NFL. And defensively, New England is number 7.
I don't think their defense gets enough credit. We talk so much about Brady in this offense, but one guy in particular that's really stood out to me this year is linebacker Jamie Collins. He's making his first Pro Bowl start. He had a terrific year. He leads the team with 83 tackles. He also has 5.5 sacks. Last week he forced a fumble. He also scored on a fumble return versus the Jets. He has that really good combination of power and speed at the outside linebacker position.
Well, we know the Patriots have had a litany of injuries on both sides of the ball, and today they'll be without their terrific Chandler Jones and the linebacker Dante Hightower. They do welcome back, though, Patrick Chung and Devin McCourty in the Patriots secondary. Now for Miami. They came into this season with very high hopes, but they've had a lot of turbulence along the way. It's been a disaster.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing year and really started with a slow start. And then they, of course, fired head coach Joe Philbin after 4 games. They followed that up by firing defensive coordinator Kevin Coyle. And then 5 weeks ago, offensive coordinator Bill Lazor was out. And yet, despite the coaching changes, the product and the results on the field have been consistently poor and unacceptable. And believe me, still more changes are coming. Last night, it was general manager Dennis Hickey. Tomorrow, probably the rest of the coaching staff.
Rich, what about the face of the organization? Their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Well, he's a hard guy to figure out. There's no question. I think you see the improvement from his rookie season, but yet his overall record as a starter is a disappointing 28-35 in 4 seasons on the job. He's going to have to take a good long look in the mirror this offseason, try and figure out what he can do differently to help change the culture and the environment in Miami.
And all this serves as our backdrop for the Home Depot tools for success.
Yeah, with all the injuries at wide receiver, Tom Brady's been relying on his Pro Bowl tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and why not? He's the best tight end in the game right now, over 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns, and Miami has to rely on their best target, second-year wide receiver Jarvis Landry, who has 104 receptions and over 1,000 yards receiving. And then now for the keys, New England knows what's at stake in this one. That #1 seed in the AFC is motivation enough, and for Miami, they need a strong start early to avoid an ugly finish in Week 17.
The 12-3 New England Patriots have lost 3 of 5. The 5-10 Miami Dolphins have lost 3 straight. Today from CBS and Miami, New England and the Dolphins. CBS Sports presents the National Football League as the New England Patriots play the Miami Dolphins. Today's game is being broadcast in Spanish where available using the SAP button on your television. Two-time MVP Tom Brady and the playoff-bound Patriots next.